My name is Emma. I studied abroad in Dublin, Ireland.
My name is Amanda. I studied in Tokyo, Japan.
My name is Shannon Thomas. I studied in Toledo, Spain.
I'm Bryn. I studied abroad in Madrid, Spain.
My name is Emily Marks. I studied abroad in Dublin, Ireland in the spring of 2023.
A moment that really changed my outlook on the world was like a late afternoon after I'd finished class. While I was walking, I came across this birthday party for a kid. It kind of surprised me at first because it was at a time when, like, usually in the United States, we would still be at school or parents would be at work. Back home, no one would be out here.
I remember the first day, of course, I was so nervous. Oh, I'm in someone else's house. How do I act? What do I do? The first night they brought me to the grocery store, of all things. I remember being kind of charmed by the grocery store. Like, normally, you know, you go to the grocery store, it's whatever, but I was like, oh, this is new. There are new things on the shelf, all of this. And they were asking me, like, oh, like, what do you like? Like, we can make sure, like, we're all stocked for you, all of this. And it was so sweet. And they were teaching me, of course, like, random Spanish words that I didn't know in the grocery store, and I just remember being like, oh, this is gonna be fine.
The first morning, I was really hungry. 7 a.m., grabbed a bag, walked all the way to the grocery store, and that was just such an interesting experience for me because having that whole walk just to go get groceries, people are just so used to this and just felt so much more like grounded.
Myself and one of my Japanese friends was able to go to Nitsome, which is the gay district in Tokyo. I'm a queer woman. It's really hard to construct your sort of queerness when you're in the US and you're an Asian woman. We had gone into this one bar. Everyone was there was like an old lesbian woman. It was really fun to talk to them about their lives. And the way they would talk to me was so hilarious too, because they had a couple drinks too. So and it was such a good moment for me. Wow, I didn't know that there was going to be this much nuance that I couldn't detect in these previous interactions with queerness that weren't available to me.
I was working with this theater company and we had the opportunity to participate in this conference called Creative Brain Week. I just got to tag along with my mentor and he would just throw together collages or just try to find inspiration from any place he could. And that was something about Ireland that I really appreciated. The ability to work day to day without like this constant pressure of concrete physical productivity.
It made me realize how much, as Americans, we prioritize work much more than like our social connections with people.
I didn't feel like there was a tension that I have here. Worrying about grades, I mean, we were doing school there. It felt like a step away from all of that.
Things like doing well in class weren't as important to me as spending time with the people I was meeting and meeting new people and finding that sense of connection.
They were drawing on a notepad and they were like, we're doing a drawing contest. Drawing that little character from memory and seeing which one was the best. And by the end of the night, we all like handed out our favorites for each other.
I was just asking her questions and she was so sweet, but she kept laughing at me because I'd be like, what's this?
If you only interact with the world through this third-party lens instead of experiencing it firsthand, there is entirely different experiences.
I can see this like kind of glimpse into their life, into their relationship, see them having a good time with friends, and that was really kind of cool.
One thing for me that I thought a lot about while I was there was just taking in every moment.
Taking a moment and really watching the world around me.
Just kind of watching people live their lives, and like I saw someone's cat sitting in their window and I'm like, oh, my cat does that. This is like an Irish cat doing that.
This kind of like slow way of living that I really took away from it.
Slowing down a bit.
And not always having a plan for what you're doing tomorrow.
I got really comfortable with not knowing what was going on.
Joined together at the pub at night and played music.
We ended up just walking around Sofia at 4 a.m. We ended up at a churro shop. And it was another moment of, oh, like, this is new, this wasn't supposed to happen, and you just roll with it. And now that's one of my favorite memories from my study abroad.
It was just so fascinating.
It just opens your eyes.
It was just kind of an adventure the whole way through.
That really changed my outlook on what I thought was important to me.
I don't want to say like life-changing, like that sounds dramatic, but it kind of was.